Welcome to Sparkles Clubhouse. Won't you come on in? Welcome to Sparkles Clubhouse. Let the fun begin. The fire safety dogs are here today. They practice their fire safety in every way. Welcome to Sparkles Clubhouse. Won't you come on in? Won't you come on in?
Live from Sparkles Clubhouse, here are your hosts for Sparkle Safety Spot, Firefighter Dayna and the Fire Safety Dogs.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this 134th episode of Sparkle Safety Spot. I am your host, Dayna Hilton, along with my good friend, Molly, the Fire Safety Dog. It is a beautiful spring day here in Clarksville, Arkansas. We're so excited that you could join us. We hope that you're having a very nice day where you are. It is Friday, April 11th. And we hope that you are having a wonderful day so far. Today we have a really exciting show for you. We have Firefighter Bo, who is going to be joining us from the Little Rock Fire Department. Firefighter Bo is on standby on Skype, and he is going to share with us some really fun information about hydrants today. So we're looking forward to that. Before we get started, though, we wanted to share what the fire safety dogs have been up to this week. Well, Molly has had a very, very busy week sharing fire safety and really connecting with her Facebook audience. She now has over 2,000 Facebook friends, and she's really excited about hitting that milestone. So congratulations to Molly. And we'd also like to give a shout out to Brogan. Brogan was really instrumental in helping Molly get so many wonderful new friends. So thank you to Brogan. We really appreciate you, and to all of Molly's friends on Facebook that helped. Well, Molly has had a really busy time being outside, as we mentioned, now that it's spring. There she is with our only flower in the yard. A couple of years ago, a tornado came through Clarksville and took away all our flowers, but we did have one flower that Molly could pose with, so she had fun doing that. She's also been busy. She is a nominee for the American Humane Association Hero Dog Award. So there she is. So she's been working on getting votes for that. She is in the emerging hero category. And then she's been busy playing ball because Molly loves to play. So those are some of the things that Molly has been up to. Well, we have a piece of mail here that we would like to share. It's very special. It's from our friends Tag and Pompey. They live in Fort Myers, Florida. So we got this piece of mail from them, and we wanted to go ahead and open this up real quick, and then we're going to have Firefighter Bo join us. So let's open this up. Molly loves getting mail. All right. It says, "Hello, enjoy, love, Tag and Pompey. Hugs and kisses." So let's see what it is, Molly. Oh, wow. This is so cool. Look at this, Molly. It says Tag and Pompey. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Look at that. Is that not cool? Molly is going to hang this up in the clubhouse. Thank you, Tag and Pompey. That's really, really sweet of you. We appreciate it. Boys and girls, if you'd like to send mail to Molly, you could send it to Molly at Post Office Box 1029, Clarksville, Arkansas 72830. Again, that is Molly the Fire Safety Dog, Post Office Box 1029, Clarksville, Arkansas 72830. Now, we're going to bring in our special friend, Firefighter Bo from the Little Rock Fire Department. He's coming to us via Skype. There he is. Good morning, Firefighter Bo.
Good morning, Dayna. Good morning, Molly. Welcome back to the clubhouse.
Thank you. It's been a while since we've been in here. We've been so busy.
I know it. I know it. Man, you see, wow, it's been so long. We're so glad that you're finally back. How was your trips to Nebraska and DC?
They were very, very good. We got to see a lot of boys and girls and share a lot of fire safety. And we want to thank you for all that you've done to help us out while we were traveling. Thank you so much for doing our show for us. We really appreciate it.
You are very welcome anytime. We enjoy being on the show and helping every week. It's just a great thing for us. So you're very welcome.
Well, thank you. Well, what do you have for the boys and girls today, Firefighter Bo?
Well, I have a couple of little interesting things. First, I wanted to show this to anybody that may know somebody that's interested. If you can see this, the Little Rock Fire Department is now taking applications for firefighters. So if you or anybody you know may want to be a firefighter, tell them to go to www.lrjobs.net. And they can fill out the application right there online and get a testing date and get the process started. So,
wow, how many openings?
Anybody that wants to be a firefighter, please sign up and good luck.
How many openings?
We don't know exactly how many we actually don't know how many openings we'll have until the time comes to hire. But every year we take applications and start the testing process, so we have a list of candidates that we can choose from when the openings come up.
Wow, very nice. So how many have applied so far, do you know?
I don't know that either. We usually get somewhere around 400 applicants every year. So.
Wow. Well, good luck to all the people applying to be a firefighter.
Sometimes we hire about, sometimes we hire about 5 people, and sometimes we may hire 20 or 30 people at a time. So you just never know.
Do you remember the time that you applied to be a firefighter?
Oh wow, yeah, it seems like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I sure do. I was actually worked at an office job here in Little Rock, and went across the street on my lunch break, turned in my applications and all my certifications from being a volunteer firefighter, and sat there while they made copies of all my certifications. And man, I think it took almost a year to go through all the testing that we had to do. And next thing you know, I got a call, and I was hired, I think, number 9 or something like that out of 15. So
wow.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just yesterday.
So what year did you start on the department? Whoops, we lost him, but he will be right back. We will get him right back. There we go. So
are we back?
We're back. So what year was this, Bo, that you started with Little Rock Fire?
2007.
2007. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. Well, what do you have to share with us today, Firefighter Bo?
All right. Today, I brought along my good friend Pluggy the fire hydrant, and Pluggy is here today to help me show you different parts about fire hydrants and where they come from. Before I get started showing you different parts of them, you'll hear firefighters a lot of times call fire hydrants plugs. And the reason for that is because way back in the day, around the time of the bucket brigades and things like that, before there were fire engines like we have today, they used to have to drill into the water main in order to get the water out. And whenever they were done, they'd have to stick a plug in where they drilled the hole in. And so that's how they started calling them plugs. And then somebody finally came up with the idea of, instead of plugging those holes back up, let's just make something like a fire hydrant that's always there. We can just turn it on. And so, that's pretty much where fire hydrants come from. And that's why we call them plugs now, because they're basically how they used to plug the hydrant. Just now, you can plug it and still get water out of it. So I have with me this tool right here. And this is called a hydrant wrench, or a plug wrench, you'll hear it called. These come in a whole lot of different sizes. Some of them are shorter. Here in Little Rock, ours are about 2 feet long, and they're pretty heavy. I mean, they're probably about 20 pounds, maybe 25 pounds, and that's so a lot of hydrants are hard to turn on. We can get a lot of force going behind it to try to get the hydrant on. So we'll come back here to pluggy, show you some different parts of it. Here on the sides are the discharges on the hydrant, where they would be covered with caps. We'd take this plug wrench, stick it on the end of this cap here, and we'd unscrew it like you would a cap off of a Coca-Cola. And once we get that cap off of there, we will actually screw our hose onto it. And then there's a knob here on the top that fits the plug wrench also. This plug wrench fit right here on the top of the hydrant, and then we turn it. And the more we turn it, the larger the opening gets, and the more water we can get out of it. And the reason I want to talk about the hydrants today is because for the last few weeks here in Little Rock, we've been testing hydrants. It's something that we do twice a year to make sure that they're flowing properly, they're not obstructed, and any of them that may be broken, damaged, or they're not working or whatever, we can get them turned in and get them fixed. Because that is a big part of, keeping the citizens of Little Rock safe, is making sure we have working hydrants within so many feet of every house, every business, all that good stuff.
So, are the hydrants in Little Rock all the same color?
No. For the most part, the city hydrants are silver. Private hydrants that can be red or yellow. The fire department is not responsible for the private hydrants. The businesses that own those hydrants are. So, for instance, there at the Sparkles Clubhouse, if you guys had your own private hydrant, you would be responsible for maintaining that hydrant. But the city hydrants that you see on all the corners outside, they're silver, and they will have a colored band around the top of them. And they can be, that band can be blue, yellow, green, red, and that lets us know, that color lets us know how many GPMs we can get out of that particular hydrant. And
now
so each one of
GPMs,
those colored bands is a different flow.
GPMs is a big word. Can you try to break that down for the little ones?
I can. I apologize. The GPM is an abbreviation for gallons per minute, and that's how we calculate how much water we have to put out from the fire trucks on fires, and how much water we need to flow into the truck. We do it by gallons per minute, and the way I like to explain that is whenever I have children here in the fire station with me, and I'm explaining to them the difference between a ladder truck and an engine company, that the engine company carries all the water, the ladder truck carries no water. And but the engines here in the station hold 750 gallons of water on their tank. And so that's the equivalent of 750 gallon milk jugs. So if you were to go to the store and buy 750 milk jugs, that's how much water we carry on just one of these engine companies.
That's a lot of water.
That is a lot of water. And the way we calculate how much water we have to put out is how many of those gallon milk jugs can we throw out of the end of a water hose within a minute. And that's what a GPM is, gallons per minute. It's how many of those milk jugs can we get out of the end of that hose in 1 minute.
You were talking just a little bit earlier about way back in the day before there were fire engines and fire trucks. Tell the boys and girls how the firefighters would get their water for the fires.
Well, it all came in different stages. I was talking about the bucket brigade. And the bucket brigade was, before we had hoses like we do now, the firefighters would actually fill up a gallon pail, a bucket, and would run to the fire, throw it on the fire, and then they'd run back, fill it up again, and they would keep doing it, and they were called a bucket brigade. And as you can imagine, it was a very ineffective way to fight fire. I mean, those guys had to they had to have been worn out by the time they were done doing something like that. And, and not getting, really not doing that effective of a job. You think you only throw a gallon or 2 gallons on a fire at one time, and then you got to go back and get more water. So, the fire just keeps rekindling in the time that you're going back and getting more water.
Right.
However, kudos to those firefighters. Hats off to them for, you know, being there and working that hard to try to make a difference, and I'm sure they probably did. I'm sure there were some fires that weren't so big they were able to go in there and just snuff out like that. But, when you think of a fully involved house fire, throwing a gallon or two on it, every few seconds is just really not going to do any good. But, we've gone from the bucket brigades to we had steam pumpers and, with horse-drawn carriages, and that's where great fire safety dogs like Molly's come from. Dalmatians were a big part of the fire service because they were so good with horses, and they were able to calm the horses around the fires and lead them to the fire, help clear the street as they were racing down the street to a fire, and so that's where we get our fire safety dogs from. But we've gone from the horse-drawn carriages now to we now have engine-operated fire trucks, and I mean the fire service has come a long way in 100 years.
It has come. It has come a long way. Does Little Rock Fire Department have any of the old steam engines?
No, we don't have any old steam engines. We've got some pictures floating around of some back in the early 1900s and things like that we can look at, and we have one of our older model engines at one of our stations that's still in the process of being refurbished for a few years now, but it's over there. But we have connections here across the state of firefighters that bring us antique fire trucks. They're in our parades all the time, and one of our fire corps members, Dan, you'll get to meet him one day, but he actually just bought an antique American France pumper, and he's in the process of refurbishing it. And I was just a couple of days ago, I got off work and I met him to go look at the pumper and talk about some things. And of course, we were there for probably an hour just talking shop. But those antique fire trucks, I mean, they are amazing. And I tell you, if I could get my hands on a steam engine, wow.
Yes. Well, several times when we've traveled across the country, we'll find that we were just at a fire department, Springfield, Nebraska, that we live streamed a few weeks ago, and they just had one of their old trucks show up. Somebody had gotten in touch with the fire department and had given it back to the fire department. Sometimes that happens, so you never know when one of Little Rock's old apparatus might show up, which would be just a benefit to the community. So
now, we sold off a few of our old pumps, here just a few years back, and there are some enthusiasts on the job that keep track of them, who has them now, and where they could go to buy them. There's some guys that are trying to buy them back, but for the most part, on a city, big city municipality fire department, usually we're getting rid of things instead of trying to get them back, and a lot of times that can be unfortunate because you let go a big piece of history. And I was having a discussion with somebody not too long ago about one of our ladder trucks that we had some Little Rock firefighters killed in the line of duty on. That it'd be awesome if we were able to get that fire truck back and get it refurbished and all that stuff, and just use it as a display and as a memorial for those men that lost their lives on that truck, just like brought the FDNY Rescue 5 here in January. It'd be incredible for us to have our own memorial.
It would be incredible. Do you guys know where it's at?
No, the best I was able to get out of it is that it was sent away and scrapped.
Oh, that's too bad.
It had a building collapse on it, so it there wasn't a lot of repairing it, but nevertheless.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we need to start wrapping it up here. So we wanted to see if you had a favorite fire safety tip that you'd like to share with the boys and girls that are watching.
You know what? Since it's such a nice day out today, Dana, it's getting ready to be camping season. Well, I guess now it is camping season. It seemed like yesterday was winter, today is camping season. So the thing I want to talk about is when we're out camping or even at home, be careful with your outdoor fires, your fire pits, and make sure that you build your fire pit around them. They're safe. You clear out any kind of debris from around your fire pit. Never leave it unattended. Always keep a water source nearby. And when you get ready to leave, make sure you drown it out before you leave. Make sure it's completely out before you go as far as your fire pit. And with your grills, since it's outdoor cooking season now too, make sure your grills aren't anywhere next to a structure of any kind or any vegetation that may catch on fire. And as the same with indoor cooking, never leave your grill unattended.
That's right. And some people may not have a lot of room, so they decide to put their grill on their deck. Can you share how that can be kind of dangerous doing that?
Yeah, I will share my own personal story with this, Dana. Some years ago, I just bought my house with my wife and my kids, and we had that similar situation. We put the grill out on the back deck, and it was kind of just a moving in kind of thing, and just need to put it out there. Then we decided that we were going to cook some steaks and all that great stuff to celebrate, having our new house. And the grill was out back, and we turned it on and actually forgot about it. And at the time, the grill was pushed up maybe a foot or two from the back of our house. And,
oh, wow.
About an hour later, I started noticing all this black smoke and all that stuff, and the grill was completely on fire. And it was a brand new grill. I'm a little upset about it today, but it was completely on fire, and it was actually rolling up the back side of my house. And, I was fortunate enough to be there and catch it and do something about it, because that could have cost me my brand new house. So lesson learned. But also decks, grills have a tendency to drop grease and all that stuff, and a wood deck, can catch on fire just as easily as a house can. And, with the decks being attached to the house, your deck catches on fire, your house is going to catch on fire. So, it's best if you can have a spot in your yard, maybe a brick patio that you can go out and cook out on. You can entertain people out there, with some nice lawn chairs, things like that. So
that is very, very good advice. Does your fire station, any of your fire stations, have barbecue grills that the firefighters grill on?
They do. We have a grill at every fire station at all 21.
Nice. Well, sometime maybe when the firefighters are grilling, we could do a safety video. That would be pretty cool.
Definitely. We'll have to have you and Molly down here and have a cookout. We can do some videos and eat some good food and everything.
That would be great. Well, listen, we appreciate you. As we said, thank you so much for stepping in for us through the times that we were gone traveling. We really do appreciate you. We appreciate the fact that Chief Summers and Chief Gray are very supportive of our partnership, and we're just so thankful, Bo, for you. Thank you for sharing your fire safety tips today, and also for sharing some information about fire hydrants. Maybe one of these days we can come and we can actually watch the firefighters open up a hydrant and hook it up. So now that it's nicer out, Molly and I will try to get over there, and we'll try to get over and make some videos. Sound like a plan?
That sounds like a plan to me.
Well, thank you, Bo. We hope you have a really good day and stay safe, okay?
Thank you, Dayna. You and Molly do the same.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
So thank you to Firefighter Bo. He is just so nice to have joined us today. We really appreciate him being with us today. Thank you so much. And thanks again to the Little Rock Fire Department. Well, that's going to be it for Sparkle Safety Spot today. Molly is taking a siesta. She's having a good nap. It's hard being a dog. So we hope you've had a good time. Thank you so much again to Tag and Pompey for this cute little cheek keychain. We appreciate it. Oh, and before I go, we have started a new show called Sparkles Safety Chat. It's not really a show, but it's a chance for you to interact with the fire safety dogs, to chat with them live. That is the first and third Tuesday of every month. So this coming Tuesday, we will be chatting with everybody at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We hope that you can join us. It's a lot of fun getting to chat. We'll talk about all sorts of different things, and we'll chat live from Sparkles Clubhouse. So we hope that you have a very good day. We'd like to thank Keep Kids Fire Safe Foundation. Keep Kids Fire Safe Foundation is dedicated to helping keep children and their families safe, as well as First Alert. Thank you, First Alert, for all that you do to help support this program. So until next week, we will see you, and thank you for everybody that joined us today, and thank you to everybody that's watching our recorded version later on. Take care, everybody, and stay safe. Goodbye.